So here is a tour of more of what my room looks like. These are some of the bibs I've won. Right here in more slow mode. And right over here is one of my medal shelves. This medal shelf right here shows my national medals. This medal right here I won at the Special Olympics USA Games in New Jersey as a gold medal in the softball throw in 2014. And this medal right here I won in the 50-meter dash at the Special Olympics USA Games in 2014 in New Jersey. Third medal I won at the Special Olympics USA Games in 2014 in New Jersey in the 100-meter walk. And then the fifth place ribbon I got here, I won in the 50-meter walk at those games. This medal right here I got in the 2013 U.S. volleyball competition. I had a unified division, and I went with Team Arizona to Kentucky, and we took silver. These two medals here, I've actually competed in the Paralympic event in the 1,500-meter run shot put the month before I went to the new USA Games in New Jersey. Amazement is I was just starting to run distance then, and right before I went to nationals with Special Olympics, my coach had timed me too on the 1,500 and the mile to see how far I would go. Did pretty well in it. And that's what gave me more confidence to actually start running longer distances, and I kept training even after the USA Games. And it turns out that helped me work my way up to running half marathons a year later. And my first race was San Diego's Rock and Roll Half Marathon. And then the month after that, I ran the World Games Unified Half Marathon. I was also there as an athlete leader, so I decided why not do the half marathon since I was already going to start doing half marathons. They had a unified division, so it was free for any athlete to participate. These other medals here, I've gotten at 5K races and regular track events. This was a challenge medal I got in Little Rock for doing the 10K marathon the same weekend. These medals right here I won recently at a regular track competition called the Grand Canyon State Games for people of all ability levels. And I won this gold on all four of my track events: a 1,500-meter run, 3,000-meter walk, shot put, and 800-meter run. I managed to run a 4-minute 53-second 800-meter run. Not bad. These other medals too are Grand Canyon State Game medals from the past track competitions. I've done various events throughout the years, from 100-meter dash all the way up to 3,000-meter walk, plus swimming. These medals I've gotten are challenge medals throughout my race career too, where I've done 5Ks or 10Ks and marathons or half marathons in the same weekend for other challenge things. And move around to here. These are some more of my race bibs, as you can tell. And also I've got some Special Olympics ribbons up there from years of competing in Special Olympics. More race bibs. I even got a Special Olympics extra license plate that I have up here along with Outstanding Sportsmanship Awards. And these are more race bibs I've gotten from my running career. More race bibs here. And if you look at my big medal collection here from all my Special Olympics and regular running career, if you'll be amazed, it was only in 2013 that I ran my first, well, I more like walked my 5K. And back then I wasn't really into running, I just did it for fun. And the fact that I wanted to start training for the Special Olympics USA Games. Well, there's my cat wants to show off the medals too. Haha. And back then, I wasn't as motivated, but then my mom had passed away on June 8th, 2013, and that really changed my motivation to know I needed to get healthier, because I've had family members that weren't always healthy, and I didn't want to die young like they did. And then turned into joining a Special Olympics run club, which that helped me a lot too. And I got motivation and got connections through that to find people to help me run my first marathon and get the confidence to start running longer distances. It was at a 10K race too that I met a Special Olympics coach that knew me, that wanted to help me run my first half marathon. So that's where it all took off, was back in 2014. And then I began my training for my first half marathon, which I would eventually run in late May 2015. And then a couple months later is when I would run the World Games half in California. And then since then, for half marathons, up to now, I've now ran 43 half marathons and finished them all. And then you come over here, I've also ran in tons of 5Ks and 10Ks. Here you go. As you can tell, all my race distances and the medals I put under them are numbered by distances in race. So that's how I do that. And these right here happen to be my marathon medals. My goal originally wasn't even to run, it was just to run a half marathon and work my way up for USA Games, as I used to be 192 pounds. As you can probably see from videos or pictures, I don't look that way anymore. That's because I started wanting to get healthy and fit. So that was my main reason for losing all that weight. And if you'll be unbelievable, believe this, but I lost so much weight, it was almost too much, so I had to regain weight. And I don't know if people always know that losing too much weight can be a problem too. People always think about the gaining weight part, but there's a problem where you lose too much, so I had to learn how to balance that. And I finally managed to get to a good weight of 155 to 160 that I try to stay at. And after those goals, I met a person at the Special Olympics World Games in 2015 who said her goal was to run races in all 50 states. So since I was already starting to run out of state, I thought, why not try that myself at some point? But first it was my half marathon goal, and then I worked my way up to doing fulls. It was through connections through Special Olympics Running Club that helped me find another person that would help me run my marathon, told me to go to these other training runs, and that's where I met the person. And it turns out I got hooked to running marathons, and I now have done 10 marathons. And I only started, if you'll unbelieve this, I only started running marathons last year in January 2017. And I've also traveled to many states for those too. If you count the half marathons and marathons I ran out of state, I ran in 8 different states. And so if you count all the races I ran, I probably ran close to 170 races in my career, 160, 170. I keep track of that. But total, I've been to California, New Mexico, Nevada, Arizona, of course, I run into, Texas, Arkansas, Utah, and Wisconsin. And I'm doing Oklahoma in November for races too. It's hard. Sooner or later, I've done so many states, it'll be hard to remember unless I look at the computer to look at them. So that's just the fact of that. And then this year, that's how fast I worked my way up. I ran my first 50-miler, 52.48 miles in over 23 hours in a 24-hour race called the Across the Years. I started December 31st, 2017 and finished on January 1st. If we move over here, I can show you the trophy I won in that. This is the glass that I still have on my thing. My goal is always to get people fit. Some of these trophies up here are medals trophies I got from talking to people or being at conferences. That's just my cat cheering me on too. Wanted to say something too. And there's my running shoes. So that's really what I wanted to say, to talk to people today about, is share my story and say that you can get fit too. It may take a while, but I mean, get motivated, find somebody to mentor you, and just follow Steph's training plan. Or some people have different training plans than others that may work better for them. I walk a lot of my races, so that's why I'm able to do a lot of races. I don't go for time, but each person has their own goals. So I thought I'd teach you mine. Thank you. Goodbye.